What are the outcomes you need to take into account when deciding to use a letter of intent? What are you focusing on? Which of the three key ones have caught your interest? Is it time certainty, cost certainty, or quality? So let's have a look. Time certainty. Well, most letters of intent don't include a programme for those initial works, an end date for the initial works. They don't include delay damages or extensions of time. You might get when they need to start on site. So we haven't got time certainty in the sense of the programme, the duration of the works, just when they start. I don't think that counts as time certainty. So we don't have time certainty. Let's have a look at cost certainty. Well, most letters of intent have an ambiguous scope, so they can't set a price. And the best they can do is, if we don't sign the contract, then you'll get a reasonable sum. Ooh, reasonable sum. How long is a piece of string? Ambiguous scope, reasonable sum. Pick a card, any card. That price will be based on a random selection. So we haven't got time certainty and we haven't got cost certainty. What about quality? Well, most letters of intent I've seen don't really define the scope, ambiguous scope, and they don't really attach any documents other than the ones already referred to in the tender process. So we do have quality, but only by reference to existing documents if they're attached or properly incorporated. Quite often they're not properly attached or incorporated. And then the terms of the letter of intent don't specify any quality standards, so we're left with what might be implied by local laws. Now in England and Wales, that would be reasonable skill and care, average competence. Way! I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that if you want an outcome-based letter of intent, you need a little bit more than an input-based quality standard. So we don't have time certainty, cost certainty, or quality. So what are we trying to do? What is the outcome we want a letter of intent to achieve? Is it to build trust? I don't think so. They're so badly written. How can they do that? Is it sustainability or social value? Not really. They never cover those sort of things. Is it simply to tick the box on our internal governance checklist that says before they start on site, we need a contract? You see, it's not before they start work, because if they've been involved since a tender with you in developing the design, looking at risk management, health and safety, resourcing, ordering long lead materials, they've already started work on your project. It's not likely that Monday at 9 o'clock or even 8 o'clock is the first time they're actually going to put any effort into this project. So why the start on site is the key trigger for you to go all doolally when it comes to contracts. The outcome of using a tool should be what you want. So the outcome of using a letter of intent or a contract should be what success looks like. What gives you a gold star? What makes it work for you? Don't pick a tool and then hope for an outcome. Pick an outcome and create a tool that works. So when we look at things like the construction playbook with its 14 principles, or we look at the building safety bill with its obligations on people involved in dwellings, or when we look at social value or retrofit projects, we want them to meet a particular standard. When I had my triple glazing done, great, it's warmer, but I didn't want drafts, I didn't want holes. I wanted it to be part of a passive house retrofit of a 1940s property. These objectives are important to us. Write them into your contracts, make them part of the process. Then you both know what success looks like. Your contracts, whether they're letters of intent or JCT amendments or Windows installation contracts, should safeguard your business, set the outcomes, and not annoy your clients, contractors, or suppliers.